Hello, hello.
Labour's been challenged to team up with the SNP to block government.
Nice one. How the bloody hell did you manage that?
Watch out. Accident reported ahead.
Leader has asked to Keir Starmer for a meeting.
Efficiency is meant to come.
Hello, hello.
Simple as that.
Labour's been challenged to team up with the SNP to block government.
Nice one.
For
How the
minimum
bloody hell did you
service
manage
levels.
that?
Watch out. Accident reported ahead.
Leader has asked to Keir Starmer replay after they drew two
In this
all.
clip, we're looking at that car all the way down there. He's
He's
approaching a red light. He doesn't want to stop at a red light. Look how he avoids it.
Ten Hag says there was no spirit when he arrived at Old Trafford. He comes as United are linked with the move for Dutch striker Wout Weghorst. The DCMS and
Another
Sports
one.
England have
Just
been
won't wait for the
criticised
lights.
for their lack of oversight on funding grassroots
How
sports.
bad,
The
how
Public Accounts Committee says
bad a
it's
driver or
1.9
urgent is your
billion
drive to do that?
taken since London's 20.
And this is me coming back the other way. So basically, this is what he saw coming his way. I've got a red light now, but he went down there, did a U-turn there, and then rejoined this road. People have said to me that I can have an argument on a near empty road. Maybe they're right with a driver like this.
What a fucking muppet. What an absolute muppet.
And as you can see, it really was an empty road.
What a fucking muppet. What an absolute muppet.
Over there, you'll get to see in a minute how bad the puddles are in this road. I mean, you can see how bad the weather is. So you have to drive a little bit more careful. The roads are flooded, they're quite hard to see. Like this. Not ideal driving conditions, so take it easy. This is it from behind, where we all take it easy, to be fair. All of us will drive quite nicely, quite slow, going through that great big puddle. But keep an eye on that lorry that's behind. That's what we're looking out for in a minute. He doesn't drive to the weather conditions.
The problem, something, Gaita's mistake I've written was terrible. I've got a level with everybody. I can't remember it.
Now I know that there will be a few messages on the message board about this sort of thing, saying he's doing nothing wrong. All he's going to do is overtake you. But you've got to drive to the weather conditions. I am actually doing the speed limit, so he is speeding in weather conditions like that. The spray that's coming off of him is making the weather conditions even worse than what they are. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but I will look out for the message board because I know there'll be a few people that won't understand this.
But yeah, Nathan Jones really needed a win. They very much needed a win going off their backside, and that was a win going in off their backside. West Ham on a Brentford side, Ben Rama. What a hit! What a hit and what a knock. Armando Dobra.
Now this clip here, I'm going to show you it right from the beginning because when you see it later on, you'd probably think there's a bit of afters happening, that I've upset this car somehow. The car behind me now, obviously you can see that I'm nowhere near him. There's been nothing beforehand, nothing before the incident that happens, and it's just a bit weird how he drives in, again, terrible weather conditions. Now you can see how bad that rain is, how bad the weather is. This is a 30-mile-an-hour road with a camera there. It goes into 40 miles an hour in a minute. There it is, it goes to 40 now. And I'm pretty much doing 40 miles an hour, which I think is probably too fast for this weather.
Went off in some sarcastic applause. Is it definitely Paul Cook manager's Chesterfield? I don't know. You saw the CD out in my fire.
But there you go. He flashes me. I don't know where he expects me to go. Does he expect me to go faster for him? Pull over for him? I don't know. But I'm obviously not going fast enough for the idiot.
You know the story. Do you know the story about him?
Yes, he was laundered.
Daryl DK was playing for West Brom, and you know the story. Do you know the story about him?
Yes, he was laundering his clothes with dishwasher.
40 mile an hour speed limit, dodgy weather, and you drive like that, and you're flashing me to go faster when I'm doing 40 miles an hour.
As you can probably see, we've had quite a bit of rain in the London area recently, and sometimes it's hard to actually see on the road. And this is all about the same again as how people react to driving in bad weather.
Maybe I enjoy sideways rain.
Hull nil full of 2. Big foul from the keeper coming up for a corner. Attacking going through at the other end. Dan James scoring an empty net. That was nice. What we got on Hull full of
Now you saw that how deep that was, that puddle. This car here, when I go to the rear view camera, it doesn't slow down at all. And the other thing here, who are these drivers? Where do they come from that put their foot down to go to a red light? What is the point? As I hit it there, look, he must be able to see that. He doesn't slow down. You see how fast he's going, his car's bouncing. Now this clip here is all about observation, or I should say the lack of observation. Some drivers literally don't see any further than the end of their bonnet. Now I'm looking and I can see all of this. I've got 3 cars in front of me and I can see up there that there is a van that's turning right. So why can't these 2 on the right hand side of me see that as well?
Go on. Oh, fucking hell, I'm not waiting for you. If you can't see that in front of you, open your eyes.
And because of his poor driving, 2 vehicles had to wait behind me to let him in.
In front of you, open your eyes.
So we'll speed it up a little bit here to get to the next incident. It's not the same car, we're looking at something else now. We're looking at this car here, just casually on the phone. Don't give a monkeys. Don't hide it or anything. The question I've always got is, why are they always in the outside lane on the phone as well? They've got no regard for anything. And they're overtaking while having only one hand on the steering wheel.
On the phone, look at that. On the phone, not care in the world.
I'll play it again but without zooming in so people can see the number plate at the same time. Sometimes, depending on what you watch this back on, it's clearer without actually zooming in. Now this clip here, this car in front of me, as we turn right here, just stops. I have no idea why. There is traffic in front, but stops miles away from it. Right in the middle of the road. It's bizarre. I mean, that has got to be the worst crash for cash attempt I've ever seen. Sitting at temporary lights can be a bit frustrating sometimes, especially when you do get a green light and then you see what exactly you've been waiting for. There's nothing going on at all. Just temporary lights. Well done. I've said this before and I'll have to say it again, but I was taught that if you're pulling out, the person you're pulling out on should not have to slow down. If they do, you shouldn't have pulled out. Now this car in front of me, I was behind it for quite a while and it hasn't really done anything wrong. But there was something that I just didn't like. I don't know, I didn't trust it. I had an opportunity here to go up the left hand side because I'm turning left at this mini roundabout. I could have gone through there, but I didn't. I sensed something about it. And I'm pleased I did. Because he's just cut straight across my lane without even realising it, I don't think. And this road, why do they put 7-foot barriers right by a roundabout? Just to make it that little bit more difficult. This clip here, we're looking at the van coming towards us. I'll slow it down. He's not only got one hand on his phone, he's got two hands on his phone.
Tonight, of course, Charlton head to Old Trafford. We're going to hear from Dean
I don't
Holden.
think the camera's going to pick that up, but he used two hands on his mobile phone. Two hands.
Dean's talking ahead of going up to
Steering with his
Old Trafford.
elbows.
Dean Holden has a certain affection for Manchester.
Now, how good would that be to give the
We're back on the good old Rose Hill roundabout. As you can see, there's lights there and there's lights there. So anyone coming from the right hand side will be able to see it. We're looking at this car here.
Now, to put a little bit of joy into people's lives really is so magical.
Now he might not see the traffic lights to his left, but he definitely can see the ones to his right. As we've got a green light now, he knows that we've got a green light because we're all moving. There's a truck that's just gone in front of him, but why is he still going?
He's stopping.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the work was done in the early rounds, weren't it? When it's maybe not as glamorous, you get through the early rounds. And, you know, I have to give credit to Anthony Hayes, my assistant, who was the caretaker in the last round against
And obviously you get the usual in the wrong lane stuff at Rose Hill roundabout. Happens every time I'm on it. Now this clip here is for all you Audi drivers out there. It's not an Audi that does it, okay? We're not looking for the Audi, we are looking for the Kia. You know, the same thing that I drive, a Kia. He's obviously pulled out in front of me there in shocking weather conditions, into my braking distance really.
Yeah, really good, thank you. Thank you for your time. What should you be doing now instead of talking to this pair of idiots?
I must admit, this is probably the worst time.
And then he does that. Always a Kia. Hasn't got quite the same ring to it as always an Audi though. This roundabout's been on the channel quite a few times now. I normally turn right, but today I'm turning left. And you get like a slip road that you can see by the road markings, although they're very worn, you can see them. You get like a slip road that takes you straight into your lane, so you don't have to stop. You obviously still have to look, just in case. But what you don't do is what the car did behind me here. It's all about concentration. He just stops. And why is he stopping? Because he doesn't want the lane. He wants to turn right. Then get in the right lane then. Driving is simple. People just make it look hard.
Difference in Audis. One drives on the wrong side of the road to get where he wants, and the other one is waiting. Both Audis, two different drivers. You're welcome. Oh, why do I bother letting people out?